Here are my top 5 ways that you know you're on the right path if you really want to be a writer. Guys, this is Celine, the author of the Catalyst trilogy, the romantic suspense trilogy, as well as the Elemental poetry and short story collection. Number 1, you really gotta love what you do, right? It's like do what you love or love what you do. You have to love to write. You cannot do this for fame, fortune, glory, likes, and all the fancy stuff, because this is not Hollywood. If you do end up becoming like that really small percentage of people who do make it big and get a traditional publishing deal, you have to make sure that you can actually pop up books every year, every 2 years, you know, sometimes every 6 months. You know, this is something that you have to love to do, because guess what? They say, be careful what you wish for. If you do end up making it, ask yourself, can I really do this forever? It's a very hermit-like life. You are always, you know, in front of a laptop, in front of a computer. You are isolated from a social circle. You cannot go out late at night. If you have a deadline, you have to write, sometimes sacrifice sleep and family and friends. Can you do that? That's number 1. Number 2, are you a storyteller? Do you have a unique story to contribute to the world? I mean, I've faced this myself. Let's be honest. No matter how original you think your idea is, chances are somebody's already thought of it, somebody's already written it, even if not in a, you know, like a traditionally published novel form, in a short form, in like a short story form, in a film form, like somehow, some way. I've had ideas that I thought were just like genius, and I went and I saw like people already wrote about them, and I was like, like in the Catalyst, I write about gins, you know, and that is not something that I was doing just to try to be original. That I actually have experiences with gins, that there actually exists in religion. I wanted to share my experiences with gins through fantastical romantic suspense sort of ways. I tried to intervene, like interweave my actual life experiences with like the fantasy and make believe world of fiction. But I saw that there were actually books written about gins before I ever published The Catalyst first in 2020. And I said, oh my God, we're all the human collective. We all kind of think alike, sometimes even at the same time, simultaneously, right? 111 on the clock, as I say this. I believe in that stuff. So definitely make sure you have an original story to tell. Make sure that it's something unique to you, your cultural background, your family background. Number 3, humility. I've been to several book signings at Barnes & Noble and various other places, and like I've been at book fairs and street fairs and library events, and just people would just sometimes be like, oh, what's this book you got right here? Oh, Carlos, oh, you got your right poetry. All right, very nice. All right, good luck. I'm like, thank you, and they just pass you by. They're not interested. You know, they ask about what the story is about, and I say it's a mystery, and they say, is it scary? I'm like, yeah, it's very scary. They're like, oh, I don't like scary stuff. And then other people are like, is it scary? I'm like, oh no, it's not that scary. It's not horror. It's just a little suspense. They're like, oh, well, no, I love horror and gore. Sorry, not my kind of book. And then they pass it by. It's like, okay, you can never please everyone. They just don't want to give it a chance. Humility, you just gotta kind of grin it and bear it. And can you handle that? Can your ego handle that? It took me some time, and now that I'm aging, you know, and now that I'm older, I can kind of handle it. But like in the beginning, it really hurt. It really did. I felt like, come on, give my book a chance. There were people at book fairs, and they would just be like, oh, okay. They'll check out the book. They're like, okay, I'm gonna get it. I don't have the cash right now. I'm gonna get it later. And like they just put it down, and then I see them like going and getting like little trinkets for themselves. I'm like, oh, you have cash for earrings, but not for a book. All right. Thank you. Humility. Number 4, if you have OCD like me, this may not be for you, or just be prepared that it's very difficult. You will nitpick every single typo, every single paragraph spacing, indentation. You will potentially argue with your editors. You're like, no, that's not what I meant, and that's not what I intended, and like you will be obsessed with the words and the spacing of just the right word, just the right vocabulary word that you want to use. All that grammatical and technical structural stuff regarding the look of the book and the words, even without OCD, it's really hard. You have to read and reread, have a bunch of people read it just like so many times. There will always be a typo that you've missed. Finally, number 5, you gotta be proud of the story, and it becomes like your baby. It's your book baby, it's your story baby. You have to make sure that long after you're gone, you stand behind it, and that story will have taken on a form of its own. with or without your name, that is your story, but it's on its own, okay? It survives long after you're gone. So you have to stand behind it despite embarrassment from, some scenes from family members, despite criticism, what have you. That is your story. Sometimes I feel like the universe flows through you and you become the vessel. I believe in God and angels. I believe like sometimes I'm meant, and if we all are, if you have a story in our head, we're meant to be vessels for certain stories to be told to the world. So I feel like you have to be proud of it, you have to own it, and that's your story. You have to stick behind it. Keep writing.